Hi, you are listening to the Father Support Network podcast. This podcast is for single fathers and fathers in general. On this podcast, we educate, inform, guide, encourage, and help fathers navigate the complex challenges of maintaining contact and healthy relationships with their children after separation or divorce. Your host is Dr. Michael Uwangba. Michael Uwangba is a father of three who successfully fought for the right of his children to have their father in their lives.
Hi. I've just decided to, react to a video of a woman that I've just a very disturbing video of a woman that I've watched on Facebook, abusing a man in front of a young child. Then I think there was another baby there as well. So I don't know if this man is the woman's husband but the man looks a bit elderly, so the man could be maybe the husband's maybe the father-in-law. But we've seen in the video the woman was holding the man's clothes, slamming the man on the wall, slamming him on the floor, hitting him with it, and that is even the list of the disturbing stuff. The main thing was the woman had a daughter. This daughter can be more than from the age of between 6 and 10, participating and talking down on the man. You're saying, "Oh, this man is. Should I beat him? Should I do this? He's done that. He's a liar." And the girl was saying all of this. Could as well be the girl's dad.
Look, he's lying. He's freaking lying.
1 more time, 2 months. 1 more time, 2 months. Yes.
He's really, that is funny, right? It's funny.
Okay.
Welcome.
So say me feel police ni me.
Fellow sister.
I want to react to that. That is very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. I think this family are Ghanaians based in Belgium. Now I want to react to that and link that up to domestic abuse of men. There is this myth. It's still not a popular opinion that men are victims of abuse. Or maybe it's not manly sometimes for men to come out and admit to being victims. Even when men come out, they are not believed because men are seen as, have more strength, being able to defend themselves. But you could clearly see in the video that the man did try to show some restraint. Even though the man is elderly, and I'm not sure the man could have been able to withstand the abuse, the onslaught abuse from this woman. But you can see that the man could have, there's one point where the man held the woman's hand, and even as at that, the abusers tried to flip the script, and was gonna say, "Oh, you holding my hand," and was talking to the daughter and say, "Can you see him holding my hand?" Try to flip the script to say, claim that she was the victim. So, can men be victims of abuse? I've had this debate even this evening. I'm having some kind of debate with a random person about women's. What I gather from these textual conversation I'm having is there is that unfortunate tendency to minimize the abuse that men face in the hands of their spouse. Maybe minimized in terms of number. Of course, women are the majority of women face a higher percentage of victims among women. There's no doubt about that. That is the standard. But there's a significant number of men that face abuse, and this is just one incident. Now, this definitely is underreported. That is underreported doesn't remove the fact that men are abused. I've seen, even in situations where, in war situations where women face gender-based violence, such as women are the majority. But I've seen some of my colleagues, some of my fellow colleagues. So some of my scholar colleagues have documented or are researching into the rape of young boys, in war zones or conflict zones, and it's quite significant. You also see, when it comes to war, men are recruited into this into armed groups. So boys are also victims of abuse. So why am I saying this? I'm not definitely saying this to there's no one gender that is more important than the other one. So men face same issue that women as well face. So I think it is high time we start talking about these issues, so that we can deal with these issues rather than creating unnecessary, in my opinion, gender war, where I'm just gonna park into this bay. Creating unnecessary gender war where we're talking about who's the more abused. It's not a question of who is more abused or who is less abused. Abuse is abused, and every victim should be treated with the same equal status or status. But that was a very disturbing issue. Imagine the years of therapy that those children will need, especially that girl. That girl will need years of therapy. That is, to heal from that abuse. That is an abuse to the child, and it's quite saddening that a mother was subject her child to such psychological abuse. And this also comes into mothers that are manipulating their children, or when their relationship are broken down with their ex, and try to poison the kid's mind, or try to get back to the ex by poisoning the kid's mind towards the other parents. This is terrible. There's no way this is just. That is selfish. That is the highest form of selfishness. If you want to get back to your ex, that you think the way you could get back to your ex is by poisoning your child, your seed. That is not the right way. That is not the right way. So I think ultimately we need to start talking about this as a society, because there's a lot of divide when it comes to men being abused. There's a lot of divide. We need to heal as a society. Men and women need to come together and talk. And then again, lastly, you know, some of these men that are abusers as well, you'd be surprised that some of these men are being raised by women in single household. So most of this, there's just no way you look at it. There's a lose-lose situation. So we need to heal our society, heal the family, do what is right, start having conversations, start looking at the educational system, at our family system, our value system, and look for ways we can address this issue. But what I want to say is, men, a significant number of men are being abused, and this is a silence. Some of these men are silent about it. So most of this is underreported. This is what we've just seen. Imagine, you know, it's not typical of a man to come out when they face abuse. So this is what we need to talk about, because men might face the stigma of coming out. But ultimately, I'm not saying women are still the majority of victims. So I don't see why we want to say, oh, you're going to take the thunder away from women. No, there's no where being a victim is admirable. You know, nobody wants to be, we're not fighting for who's going to be in the pole position to be the most victim now, the most victimized. No, that's not the question. We need to address victims. And men can and are in a significant number of cases victims of domestic abuse, just as we've shown. I wish that mother can face the repercussion of what she's done. I wish she can be an even punitive response. That woman needs some form of healing. She needs one to face consequences of that. But those kids needs to be in a loving place. They need to get the healing they need, the therapy they need. And I wish that man can get the justice she needs as well, because there's no human being with dignity, self-dignity, that should be subjected to such form of abuse. Okay, I'll leave it at that, and I'll go get the kids, and I'll see you next time. Bye.